Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, let's unpack this. We're heading back, way back, to 19th century Puerto Rico today.
We are. We're diving into the story of Félix Olivieri Cervoni. He was this really influential Corsican immigrant. His life gives us a fascinating window into the time.
Right, the whole entrepreneurial vibe back then, the coffee industry.
Yeah.
Which was huge.
Exactly. And something else, something quite unique, his connection to private currency.
Yeah, we've got this investigation report on his life, his coffee business, Hacienda Limón.
And other ventures, too. Our mission today, really, is to see what his story tells us about business back then, that whole golden age of coffee in Puerto Rico.
And this private money detail, what it reveals about, daily life and the economy for ordinary people.
Precisely. So Félix Olivieri Cervoni, born 1824, Luri, Corsica, comes over looking for a new life in America, as he put it.
Was that common? Corsicans heading to Puerto Rico?
Oh, definitely. He wasn't alone. It was a significant migration wave in the 19th century. Lots of Corsicans were drawn there, especially to the mountains. Perfect coffee country.
Ah.
Okay. And there was this Spanish decree, the Real Sigilo de Gracias of 1815. It basically encouraged European Catholics, not just Spanish, to settle and develop land in places like Puerto Rico, especially for agriculture.
So the timing was right for someone like Olivieri.
Absolutely. It really set the stage for entrepreneurs like him, and he definitely seized the opportunity.
Became known as a great coffee producer, specifically at his place, Hacienda El Limón in Villalba. We're talking high-quality stuff.
Top quality. Good enough to be exported, internationally to Europe, particularly France. This wasn't some small-time farm. It was a serious operation during Puerto Rico's coffee boom, late 1800s.
But he didn't just stick to coffee, did he?
No, he was smart, diversified. He also owned a panaderia, a bakery, right there in Villalba.
A bakery? Huh. Why a bakery? Seems a bit random.
Not random at all, actually. Very strategic. Think about it. Coffee prices fluctuate. Hurricanes happen.
Ah, okay. So the bakery provided a steady local income stream, kind of a safety net.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It hedged his bets against the risks of relying only on coffee. Very practical. And we also know he owned another coffee plantation, Hacienda Navajas, in Orocovis.
Okay, so a big coffee operation, a bakery. But how did he actually pay people? You mentioned official money was scarce.
Right. And this is where it gets really interesting. There was a serious shortage of official currency, especially out in the rural plantation areas. The government just couldn't supply enough coins.
So what did business owners like Olivieri do?
They had to improvise. They started issuing their own currency, private tokens, basically. They were called fichas or rials or sometimes japas. This happened a lot between, say, 1875 and 1900.
Private money issued by the plantation owner to pay the workers.
That was the main purpose, yes. Paying the workers on the haciendas.
Okay, sounds practical, but I feel like there's a catch coming.
There's definitely a catch. These tokens, these fichas, they were typically only redeemable at one place.
Let me guess. The hacienda's own store.
You got it. The commissariado, the company store, right there on the plantation. It created this closed economic loop.
Wow, so workers got paid in tokens they could only spend back at the boss's shop.
Exactly. Think about what that means. It massively limited their purchasing power, their economic freedom. Your whole world, economically speaking, became the hacienda. It tells you a lot about labor relations back then.
And we found proof, actual physical proof, that Olivieri did this.
We did. It's pretty amazing. Numismatic evidence, coin evidence. A specific hacienda token was found.
What does it say?
On one side, it's inscribed H. Limón y Navajas, F. Olivieri, 1888.
Limón and Navajas, so for both his main haciendas,
Right.
And his name right on it.
Yep. And on the other side, just the number 2. Probably indicating its value, maybe 2 cents or 2 units of whatever system they used.
That's incredible. A tiny metal disc confirming he used this private currency system.
It's a direct physical proof. And it really highlights how crucial things like specialized coin and token catalogs are. People like Felix Fumero and Luis Antonio Rodriguez Vasquez have documented these. Sometimes the smallest, most overlooked objects tell the biggest stories.
So summing this up, Olivieri was clearly a successful, pretty shrewd businessman, built a coffee empire, diversified smartly.
But also participated fully in this system of private tokens, this sort of closed economic loop on his plantations.
It really paints a picture, doesn't it? What can these tiny bits of history, like one little token, tell us?
They tell us so much about the bigger picture, the economic pressures, the social structures, the lack of worker power in that era. It makes you think.
Yeah.
Well, how does that idea of private currency controlled by an employer feel today? Especially now when we're talking about digital currencies, company payment apps, that sort of thing. Are there echoes?
That's a really interesting thought to leave people with. Makes you look at even everyday money differently, thinking about the history it might hold.
Absolutely. What stories are hidden in the objects we handle every day?